How to improve your click-through rate or CTR on Amazon. Today, we'll cover what click-through rate is and how to improve your click-through rate on Amazon. We will cover why click-through rate is an important metric for your Amazon business and how to increase it. Click-through rate is important because it reflects how effective your main image, title, and other listing factors are. This is crucial for capturing attention and increasing the number of customers who click on your listing. A high click-through rate shows that your product listing is highly optimized and customers are clicking on your product detail page. A low click-through rate means that your listing is not appealing enough for your customers to click on it. For Amazon, a higher click-through rate indicates that customers are finding more relevant products in their searches. For an Amazon customer, this translates to a faster and more satisfying shopping experience. Whether your goal is to increase sales through advertising or optimizing for profitability, improving your click-through rate can be one of the most important metrics to fully capitalize on your Amazon business. What is click-through rate? Click-through rate on Amazon measures the percentage of customers who, after seeing your product in search results, decide to click on it. In other words, click-through rate is a ratio of the number of clicks your listing or ad receives to the total number of times it was shown. Right now, click-through rate can only be tracked within the Amazon Advertising Campaign Manager, since impression data is only available in the Campaign Manager and not in business reporting. To view your click-through rate, navigate to the columns dropdown within your ad group settings and select it to see your current performance. The formula for calculating click-through rate is click-through rate equals total clicks divided by total impressions. Multiply this by 100 to format it as a percentage. Click-through rate on Amazon measures the percentage of customers who, after seeing your product in search results, decide to click on it. In other words, click-through rate is a ratio of the number of clicks your listing or ad receives to the total number of times it was shown. Right now, click-through rate can only be tracked within Amazon's Advertising Campaign Manager, since impression data is only available in the Campaign Manager and not in business. To view click-through rate, navigate to the column dropdown within your ad group settings and select it to view your current performance. The formula to calculate click-through rate is click-through rate equals total clicks divided by total impressions. Multiply this value by 100 to format it as a percentage. Why is your click-through rate important? Your click-through rate on Amazon.com is important because it signals whether your product is relevant and highly optimized for your customers. A high click-through rate indicates that customers find your product appealing and that it matches what they are searching for. On the other hand, if your click-through rate is low, it suggests that your product isn't attractive enough to prompt customers to click through to your listing, or that you are showing up in the wrong locations. Click-through rate is important because it increases the likelihood of customers choosing your listing over your competitors. What impacts your click-through rate? There are two main factors that can impact your click-through rate. First, listing content. The biggest factors influencing your click-through rate are your main image, title, shipping speed, and review count. These are 5 things that customers can see when they search a keyword on Amazon and are shown products in the search results. Optimizing these core items can be the difference between a high and low conversion. Advertising targeting. Advertising targeting is one other factor that can influence your click-through rate. For example, imagine you're selling a grill brush. In your campaigns, you are targeting the keywords grill equipment and black grill brush. Your click-through rate will be higher on the second keyword, black grill brush, because it's highly relevant to what customers are looking for versus the first search term, which is more broad, since there are hundreds of products that can fall under grill equipment. How to improve your click-through rate. Improving your click-through rate isn't something you do once and forget about it. It's an ongoing process that requires continual improvement over time. Below, we'll go through some different ways that you can increase your click-through rate. The main image. The main image may be the most important factor in improving your click-through rate. Since shoppers are visual and you only have seconds to grab their attention before they move on, it's crucial that you have a sharp, colorful main image that stands out against your competition. When you are improving your main image, take a look at your category to see if there are any listings that stand out from the rest. If there is, consider mimicking that style. From there, ensure that your image is at least 1000 by 1000 pixels. To make sure that is zoomable. Use a white background and crop your product to take up as much space as possible. which is especially helpful for shoppers on mobile devices. Make sure that your image is professionally done and not taken with a phone or a mobile device. The image needs to be of the highest quality so that customers can clearly understand what your product is. Also be sure to reference Amazon's image guidelines to avoid any issues. Title. The title is an important factor when considering click-through rate. Amazon allows for up to 200 characters for titles in most categories, but they only show around 107 characters of the title on mobile display. For titles, we need to include all of the most important product specifications within those 107 characters. If we're selling a product that might be a bundle, we should include that at the beginning of the title, along with the quantity included. If we are selling clothes or furniture, we need to include size information, color information, and other important product details. Including the most critical and top-of-mind information at the leftmost section of the title can make the difference between a shopper clicking through to your listing because they know what the product is and it fits their needs, or converting to purchase on an alternative product. Reviews. Reviews are a big factor for click-through rate because they help increase social proof of your product. But it's not just about having a high customer review count. You also want to have a high review rating. Reviews can be a bit harder to control, but there are a few things that we can do to improve our review counts for products. One option is to enroll in the Amazon Vine program if you're launching a new product. The Vine program allows you to give away up to 30 units of your ASIN in exchange for an honest review. You can learn more about the Vine program by visiting Seller Central or Amazon.com. You can also combine standalone products into a variation, which will merge their reviews depending on the category. We only recommend doing this if your products are truly similar. For example, if you're selling a white and black version of the same shoe, you can combine these into a color variation theme. This will merge the reviews of both products and make the number of reviews on your listing larger. Price. Your price is a big factor when considering click-through rate. You want to make sure that your price reflects the value your product provides to the customer and that it's competitive with your category. You can always test running a sale or other promotions to see if your click-through rate improves. If you also have room marginally, you can try lowering your price for 30 days and then increase it and review your advertising metrics to see the effect that it had on your click-through. Shipping speed. Improving your click-through rate by optimizing your shipping speed is something that is easy to forget but makes a big difference. You want to make sure that you utilize Amazon FBA so that your product qualifies for 2-day prime shipping rather than fulfilling a product yourself, which typically shows a longer delivery window. Customers nowadays prefer to purchase products that are shipped with Prime due to the fast shipping, no shipping charges, and easy returns, compared to dealing with sellers who fulfill themselves. If you are not currently offering your products through FBA, make sure that you sign up for and review FBA as an opportunity for your business. Advertising targeting. The last thing that we want to cover that affects your click-through rate on Amazon is what keywords you are targeting with your advertising. To improve your overall click-through rate, you need to make sure that you are targeting highly relevant keywords related to your product, rather than broad keywords where we don't know exactly what product the customer is looking for. For example, if you're selling men's workout or running shoes, you will have a higher click-through rate if you target men's running shoe or men's gym shoes rather than targeting shoes size 11 or running and gym accessories. While your product might still be relevant to these other two keywords, they are too broad and we can't pinpoint exactly what the customer is looking for, which will typically lower your click-through rate and likely your ad efficiency as a result. It is important to include these terms in a variety of campaign types, as showing up in multiple placements can also improve your click-through rate. Frequently asked questions about how to improve click-through rate on Amazon.com. What is Amazon click-through rate? Amazon click-through rate is a metric that measures the percentage of customers who click through to your listing after seeing it in search results. How do I calculate my click-through rate? To calculate click-through rate, you divide the total number of impressions by total number of clicks. If you want, you can multiply by 100 to convert it into a percentage. Where can I see my current click-through rate? You can see your current click-through rate in your Campaign Manager dashboard on Amazon Advertising. Why is click-through rate important? Your click-through rate is important because it signals whether your product is relevant and highly optimized for your customers. What part of your listing affects click-through rate the most? Main images, title, price, review count, and shipping speed all have a substantial impact on click-through. How to improve your click-through rate. You can improve your click-through rate by optimizing your main image, title, pricing, increasing reviews, and targeting relevant search terms on advertising. Why is the main image so important for click-through rate? The main image is important because that's typically what customers look at first. Since today's shoppers are very visual and scroll fast, we want to make sure our main image captures their attention quickly. How to improve click-through rate with advertising. To improve click-through rate with advertising, make sure you target highly relevant search terms that specifically describe your product rather than broad terms that can apply to multiple different product categories. What is the difference between click-through rate and conversion rate? Click-through rate measures the percentage of potential customers who clicked on your listing after seeing it in search results, while conversion rate measures how many of those clicks lead to purchase. In conclusion, increasing your click-through rate on Amazon is important to the success of your listings. By testing and optimizing key elements like your main image, title, reviews, price, shipping speed, and advertising targeting, you can create an appealing and relevant listing that resonates with customers, making their shopping experience more enjoyable. Optimizing your click-through rate requires continual attention and testing. With the strategies outlined in this discussion, you'll be able to increase your click-through rate and ultimately grow your sales on Amazon.com. If you need help increasing your click-through rate, contact Go Consulting and start a conversation today.